Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it's time for another Tuesday weekly reset in Destiny 1. Now, is this an effect of Sony buying Bungie? I don't know, but I'm finding that at least early in the morning, the servers for Xbox are unsustainable. Like, I tried to log into Destiny 1 again on Xbox this morning, and yeah, I couldn't keep a connection. So I'm on PlayStation right now, and it seems to be working perfectly fine on PlayStation. It's a little frustrating because honestly it's easier to record for YouTube using my capture card on Xbox. PlayStation, I gotta do a whole different setup for the whole thing. So I'm on PlayStation. You can see Feline Revolution. This is my PlayStation account. Anyway, for this week, all right, it's early. It's for Crucible, so weekly Crucible, we have Mayhem Clash. So if you do a round of Mayhem Clash, if you manage to get one, you'll get a Treasure of Ages box. Like I said, I'm trying to collect a couple Treasure of Ages boxes just to give you a rough idea what are in it. But in general, you get cosmetics, ornaments, and silver dust, which the silver dust can then be used to buy stuff from the silver dust store that includes sparrows, hordes, masks, ornaments, cosmetics. Yeah, it's basically, like a Destiny 2. So Mayhem Clash, enjoy yourselves, Guardians, says Lord Shax. Embrace the chaos, greatly increased ability recharge rates, faster special and heavy ammo spawns, no respawn delay, scoring values. So basically 6v6 chaos and insanity. It's just insanity. Your super's constantly coming up, tons of heavy ammo, and just go insane. Which, anyway, so for the for the weekly story playlist, all right, we have Dark Champions. Dark Champions I have found are early bosses. So, for example, fighting the soul of the crystal with the soul of Crota in it, the Echo of Oryx on the Dreadnought, bosses like that. So it's not really any story missions, just the Dark Champions. One thing to keep in mind, I'm just going to remind people, is you can only carry a maximum of 200 legendary marks. So I consider the story playlists a really great way to farm legendary marks. However, once you reach 200, you won't be able to get any more. So if I have 160, if I do this 2 times, I'll have 200. If I do it a 3rd time, I won't get any more legendary marks. So once you reach 200, you need to spend your legendary marks or you won't be able to get any more. Each time you do this, so the first time you do a weekly story playlist mission, you'll get a Treasure of Ages box and 20 legendary marks. And then you do it 5 times, each time you get 20. And you could get over 100 because this is based off of the daily story playlist that used to be a Destiny. So sometimes by chance you'll get the daily one. They never remove that. You just don't know which one it is, so you'll get 35 instead of 20. So you potentially can get over 100 legendary marks doing this. I like the story playlist. It's one of the things I missed in Destiny 2. The modifiers for this week are, you're always going to have heroic, which enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Then you have arc burn, which I don't think I have it with me, but my favorite arc weapon is the Zalo Supercell. But I also love Necrochasm. I love Necrochasm. I know it's not a very good gun. Before anybody says, oh my god, Cat, you're such an idiot, it's a sucky gun. Yes, but I love the fact that it calls a cursed thrall explosion. Kills with this weapon trigger a cursed thrall explosion, so basically makes heads go pop. Not really, but that's my joke. I love the cursed thrall explosion. When you cause it, not when they explode right next to you, when you cause it. So I love Necrochasm. I would love Necrochasm in Destiny 2 just because I like it. It's fun. And Brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, which, by the way, includes the throwing knife for the Hunter, because that's the Hunter's melee attack. Okay. So that's the weekly story playlist. Then you have the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike. So these are the strikes. You have... Oh god, what? This one, I always thought this rewards for this one was interesting because you only can do it 3 times. Well, you can do it more than 3 times, but the first 3 times you get only 10 legendary marks. These are harder than the story playlist, so you'd think you'd get more legendary marks from doing Siva Crisis Heroic missions, but no. So you could get a Treasure of Ages box and 10 legendary marks up to 30 legendary marks, instead of the potentially over 100 with the Heroic Story playlist, but I like Heroic Story playlist more, so. Anyway, the modifiers for this one are, of course, you're always going to have Heroic again, because it's called the Siva Crisis Heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. What did you do to piss them off and make them more aggressive? Really, Guardian? Stop pissing off our enemies. Then we got fresh troops. So not only, you really pissed them off this time. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. We've really pissed them off this week. Then you have Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air. And finally, Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. So, yeah. Sounds like fun. Why not? Siva Crisis Heroic. I've been able to... I don't think... Honestly, now that the Witch Queen has come out, I think there's going to be a drop in Destiny player base, at least for a month or so, while people play it. But, eventually, I'm sure people are going to be coming back to Destiny, because original Destiny is awesome. And if you haven't played original Destiny, and you're playing Destiny 2, I always recommend people play original Destiny. And I know, Martin, I saw your comment. I promise I will be making a video, a buyer's guide for the original Destiny, because it's pretty messed up. I mean, not messed up, it's just complicated. It's not what you expect. Even I got it wrong at one point when I got my copy of the Taken King. So I'll explain that in another video, but right now I have to get ready for work. So that's the Siva Crisis Heroic. You know you love my drifting off topic, right? It's Anyway, so we have for the weekly Nightfall, all right? Weekly Nightfall is, and I hope I don't forget it, I just checked it out. The weekly is Winter's Run. Where is it? I did solo this one, actually. I remember soloing this one. Winter's Run. So this is the one with the escaped prisoner from the Prison of Elders who's in a pod. There's 2 versions of it, which they updated after, I think it was Rise of Iron. It's early. So for the weekly Nightfall Strike, you have Void Burn. Void damage from many sources greatly increase. You have Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage, which is impressive. I mean, think about it. It's got to take a lot of chutzpah to be able to not flinch after getting shot at like 20 times with an auto rifle. This guy's got some, stamina. Then you got small arms. Primary weapon damage is favored. I know people, thank you so much for commenting that there are weapons. I just have a brain freeze at the moment. I remember the name. It's 6 a.m. There is a primary adept exotic with Voidburn. There's like 2 of them. I need those guns. It's not that I want them. I need them. So I really want to get them. But if you have it, it would be awesome to use. Then you got the fresh troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements because apparently we've been pissing them off all week, and this week they're just plain fed up and sending everything they've got at us. And finally, Daybreak, which is the most awesome of awesome modifiers in all of Destiny. The darkness grows stronger, and so do you. Form a fire team of 3 and unleash your light with greatly increased ability recharge. This is awesome. I love Daybreak. I could use Daybreak more. More Daybreak. It's Daybreak soon here in Jersey. Daybreak is awesome. It's just, your super just keeps coming up. It's just, I love Daybreak. So maybe, the problem is I'm playing Destiny 2 and I just picked up a Necroback in Warframe. Yes, I am so ashamed to admit I bought a Necroback. But I had a coupon for 75% off from the marketplace. I should have earned it the hard way. But now the new war is open to me. So I'm probably going to play the Call of Tempestari and then the new war. I will live stream the new war. I will see if I will probably live stream the Call of the Tempestari. Because Captain Valaglarios looks awesome. She looks awesome, okay? See? All the awesome characters in Warframe are Corpus. Anyway, that's the weekly Nightfall. Oh, and before I forget, one very important thing to keep in mind with the Nightfall. There are 2 places to pick up bounties for the Nightfall. This is important. A lot of people don't know this. You need to go to Commander Zavala in the tower. He has 3 bounties specifically for the Nightfall. You have to go to Commander Zavala to pick them up. You can't get them from the bounty board. There are a bunch of Nightfall bounties on the bounty board, but there's 3 with Commander Zavala that you have to get. It gives you a chance to get that sniper rifle. So, yeah, if you're planning on doing Nightfall, I often forget to pick them up, but you need to go pick those up from Commander Zavala. Now, Challenge of the Elders, I'll admit I haven't done it because my buddy Val Araun was the first. And me and him, we have a ongoing grudge. I really hate Val Araun. I mean, Val Araun is by far the farthest. So now in Destiny 2, the fact that you are working with the Scions is like... those Scions Val Araun has in Challenge of the Elders are the bane of my existence. Because if you have not played Val Araun, he has 3 Scions. Each one is a different element. They shield him. So randomly, first of all, it's totally random. It could be Arc, Solar, or Void. You do not know. And let's say you die in your first run, it will change. So let's say the first run, he starts with his Solar Flare, right? You die and you go back, it could be Arc. So you can't even prepare yourself with weapons to fight him. So you have to kill each Scion. Now, my trick is to kill the Scions quickly because in between Scions, his shield will drop. However, if you do damage on him, he will bring in even more reinforcements. So instead, what I do is I kill the Scions, then I deal with the do damage on him, reinforcements come, do damage on him, reinforcements come. But I hate Val Araun. This is one of the things that's really just frustrating about Challenge of the Elders because the difficulty is just so ridiculously all over the place. You have the Vex on one side. Both the Taken and non-Taken Vex are so easy. And then you have Val Araun, who is the bane of my existence. He mocks me, even as I look at it, at the screen with Challenge of the Elders, knowing he's the first boss, and that I fled like a chicken the moment I saw him. Anyway, that aside, the modifiers for him are Berserk. Minions of the Darkness will flinch after massive damage. It's not that bad. It could be so much worse. So, then you have Grenade Kill bonus, which sucks for me as a hunter. Grenade kills are worth more points. And finally, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon, Juggler. Yeah, you know what? It's a good thing that Witch Queen thing is out. I hate Juggler. Juggler means that you will not get ammo for the weapon you are using. As someone who tends to favor primary, if I'm using my primary weapon, I won't get primary ammo and you eventually run out. The good thing, though, about Juggler, which people have pointed out, is you get more heavy ammo drops. Because if you're using a primary weapon, you're not going to get primary ammo, which is usually the majority. So instead, you'll get a lot of special weapon, secondary weapon ammo, and heavy ammo. So that's the good thing about Juggler. So maybe I'll turn back to Destiny 1 at some point. I just really need to beat the legendary campaign for Witch Queen. I'm liking it, so I'm going to make a new video because my opinion of Witch Queen has changed. I'm still angry about the lack of content, but I've kind of enjoyed the campaign. I love the fact that they added a legendary difficulty. And yeah, this video is getting really long. Okay. Anyway, that's Challenge of the Elders. One thing to keep in mind is make sure you pop a 3 of coins between bosses, because when you fight a boss, it consumes the 3 of coins. You'll know, so you notice there's nothing here right now. You'll know you have a 3 of coins. 3 of coins. When if you look over here, you get this 9, and after each boss, you need to use the 3 of coins. I tend to forget this all the time. I'll defeat the entire round, all 3 rounds of Challenge of the Elders, and be like, damn it, I didn't use a single 3 of coins. Grants a chance to receive an exotic engram on the next Ultra Kill or Crucible match completion. And honestly, I have really bad luck with exotics. Anyway, the vast majority of my exotics I got from Xur. The game seems to hate me when it comes to exotics. The number of times I've gotten an exotic to drop is like, yeah. And for some reason, green tends to look yellow, so I'll think, oh my god, exotic, yes! Then I run up and it turns out to be a green. That automatically becomes gunsmith materials. But I don't mind. There's always Xur. I got most of my exotics from Xur. Xur's my pal until he got Star Pony. Anyway, that's Challenge of the Elders. And finally, the weekly featured raid, which I need to do. It's Volta Class. I need to do it on Xbox because if I do it, I could get No Time to Explain, which is an exotic form of the weapon that the Stranger gives you after the first campaign, which is awesome because it's 400 light. And it only requires level 30. So one other thing, just for, off topic, but something else for new players of Destiny, make sure you look at the required level for the weapon you're using. Because sometimes you'll be surprised. You don't have to wait until you get to level 40 to use it. For example, No Time to Explain requires only level 30. And I've seen other weapons that are even lower. Like my Iron Galahorn on Xbox for some reason doesn't have no level requirement. Maybe because I dismantled my Iron Galahorn at one point on PlayStation, then reclaimed it, whereas on Xbox it's the original one that I pre-ordered with Rise of Iron. So at one point I was running around the map with a new character using a light 400 Iron Galahorn on a level 5 character. It was just awesome. So just if you're playing, check on the level requirements because not all of them require level 40. So you could be using a light 400 gun, especially for your second character. This is great for your second character. If you create a second character, you can often be running around with a light 400 gun on a level 5 character. So yeah, all of these require level 30 or 40, but I've seen stuff that's much, much lower. And they all go up to light 400. Anyway, that's your weekly reset for Destiny 1. I've babbled a little too much. This video's pretty long, but it's Destiny. And honestly, if you were to get me to talk about Destiny, I could go on for hours and hours and hours and hours. Even more than Warframe? No, probably not, because there's still stuff unanswered in Warframe. Though, Valaglarius, really looking forward to playing Call of the Tempestari, because she seems really cool. I wish my hair could do what her hair is doing with the floaty, and it's floating. She's got a ponytail. The problem is ponytails are a pain in the butt under the hijab. I mean, I know a lot of Muslims have long hair, but I find it, it's kind of difficult to deal with, but that's just me. Anyway, I'm going off topic again. And yes, I'm not wearing my glasses. I can see without them. I have, I have a very weak eye, so I can still see perfectly fine without them. I just sometimes get headaches. And so that's why I tend to wear gamer glasses, just because they actually help with my sleep. So oftentimes you'll see me wearing gamer glasses, but I do have a real pair of glasses to correct the imbalance with one eye. It's my right eye. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share to other Destiny players. And hey, anybody wants to come and talk Destiny with me? Why not? It's awesome. Destiny's awesome. I love Destiny. Cool.